Here is the Christmas and holiday greeting you wanted to receive. That's what I was guided to write last night because it came through Wilhelm. So it was Wilhelm giving you their guidance for this Christmas because this is a really important one. But it's not just about Christmas, it's about the entire season, whatever holiday you might celebrate, or if you celebrate one, it really doesn't matter because what they wanted you to understand is how important it is for you to be alive right now because you were born to offer something that's really wonderful. And during this time of transition in our world, it's time for you to recognize that. And so Wilhelm wanted you to have a gift. And that gift is a self discovery into who you are so that you would love yourself a lot more, because that would be the energy that would heal your life and then eventually lead to the healing of our planet, which is why they wanted you to have this information. And they also gave you a little workbook, not a workbook, just some questions for you to answer because we're moving through this evolutionary change. And so you're here to do something really great. And the way that the energies have changed in the world right now is the best time for you to plant the seeds of who you want to become and what you want your life to be. Because that's the only reason that you're alive. The only reason any of us are alive is to experience how we came to offer something or our importance or to experience some wealth or abundance or whatever it is. And they all come from the same place within you. But there are times where we don't understand that, and then we don't reach the place that we could in our lives and also in our world. And that's where we are now. But I will also say it's the best time to be alive because now you have this great opportunity to become your wonderful self. And I can say that because I've moved through all the stuff that you might be struggling with, but that was the role that I took on. And so now I can give it back to you because you will do the same thing with someone else. But you will love this today. So I'm going to give it to you. I want to show you. It's on my website, anyadvicefortoday.com. And it's quite funny because I get stopped at times, last night. Go do this. It's just my intuition. It's the same thing with you. We all have it, but we don't always listen. I've just been doing it for a long time. But I want to show you what this is because I want you to have it and you will love it and it will help you so much. And please go through it and do it before New Year because you can now energetically start to plan the life that you want to have. Because we do that. We are creating everything that's occurring. There's nothing happening in our lives or in the world accidentally. It's just not. We just come to understand it at different times in our life, but also at different times in our civilization. And that's what we're moving through now. But you will love this one. Let me show you what it is. So here it is. Here is the Christmas and holiday greeting you wanted to receive. And gives that little message they had me write last night. But then we go back to 2008, and those of you who might follow astrology or astronomy or whatever, you would know that there was an energetic shift that we had in our world at that time as well, which we are moving through again now. That might not be something most people would connect, but it doesn't matter because you will connect with you. And so each one is just giving us a little bit of understanding about how we operate as humans, how the world operates, but more importantly, how you operate so you come to understand what your life is meant to be. And I had to look at all of them. And so Christmas is, and even if you never celebrate any kind of holiday or Christmas or whatever, you will find a message in here for that one too, because they were talking about what we will move through universally. Not everybody cares about Christmas or wants to do gifts, or they feel overwhelmed. That's in here. You'll see it. But the point is for you to find what is right for you. The only thing any of us want is to understand who we are and accept ourselves. And the more of us who do that, then we have the lives we want and the world starts to change. That's what happens. Love is the only thing that is real. When you start understanding the science of that, it will make much more sense because there is a science to your emotions, how you think about yourself, what you're putting into the world, all of it. And this is all the information for all these almost 36 years now that I've written down every day. But I thought it, and there's this, the reason that it's every December 25th. There are cycles, and there was information and energy coming through at different times. But as you read it, you will be so much more in love with yourself. And that's all that you want, is to understand who you are. And my life took me to a place where that's what I did. And so I want you to get this, because we're moving through a dynamic time in our world, but I'm saying it's a great opportunity for you. And I know it is for me, because we will hold ourselves back because we don't understand who we are. And I spent my entire life now putting this together. And at 74, I know who you are. That's one of my next, going to be my next article, because I'm going to explain that. I know who you are. Couldn't see myself, but I can absolutely see you. And I know that you were born with worth and value that's being asked to come forth now. And this would be the best time for you to do that. And so Wilhelm wanted us to use the holiday because typically our energies are a little bit higher. We're not as upset, maybe, even though we might be with people we don't want to be with, but still. Even with that, you have the ability to change your consciousness, and that's what changes your life. And eventually, that's what will change our world. You'll understand that as you have this gift, and I'm so happy that I could give it to you. And I just want you to love yourself. That was my life, was meant to bring that information to you, and I'm grateful that I could do it, especially on this momentous day. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful holiday, whatever you might celebrate. See you soon.